Hey, Graphic Design 1 students, this is Miss Fitchhorn. We are at the end of week 7 and we are working on completing our Gestalt project. And I just wanted to have whoever's got their microphone still on, I think it's Mr. Dominic, if you could turn off your microphone so we don't get any feedback in the video. As you can see as best as you can in the small video is that, oops, all right, there we go. Is that this is the one that I've been working on. I showed you guys how to do your thumbnail sketches, and I showed you guys, I'm trying to get it in. I showed you guys how to use the most of your space. Don't show me any sketches in which have a which have very little space taken up, and some of you guys are showing me sketches where you've outlined like a drawing of a flower, but as you can see, you're only using black construction paper, and because of that, if it hasn't nothing's outlined, you're using the white space to define the black space and then the black paper to define white space. And yours might not look like this. It might be a geometric pattern. It might be a flower. It might be something like that. It might be something different, but all I'm telling you is if you guys are just sketching little things, they're not going to work at all, and you have to start again because I don't think you understand. Figure ground is where you're using black or white and nothing in between, no lines, nothing. And so mine, it happens to be a tree, and I've got it turned funny because this is the only space I have on my desk, but I'm hoping that's the best we can do right now. So this is the challenging part. We know that this area right here, this main area, is 8 by 10. So the best way to reduce a larger image to a smaller image is to grid it out. In art school, they teach you to do this, and in design school, I had to do this as well. And I don't want you drawing over or gridding on top of this. I want you to kind of plan ahead on another piece of paper so you know that you're going to get the best possible duplication down here, because a lot of students will just start inking and the scale's off. It doesn't look anything like this. It's a mess. So I'm going to show you a tip of what we learned in design and art school. So if any of you are planning on going to design and art school, you have to learn to reduce a bigger image to a smaller image. I also use this method I got commissioned by Anheuser-Busch Brewery in Fairfield to do a 300 square foot mural of veterans on their wall inside the brewery. And so obviously I can't sketch a 300-foot sketch, so I did it on paper. I gridded it out, then I expanded the grid so that mathematically everything within each space could be expanded to a larger space. So let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I know that since this is 8 by 10, right? I'm going to make sure that whatever white paper I have is also 8 by 10. So if you have to cut it down ahead of time, then make sure you've got your scissors with you. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this really quick to make sure that this grid, because the grid to scale is exact. Oops, that was crooked. The scale is going to scale down exactly. Like if you don't use your paper exactly by 8 by 10, this will not work. I promise you, it absolutely will not work. You have to stay mathematically correct. You know, it's just like an algebraic expression will only work one way. You can't just say, well, I'll try, you know, adding outside the parentheses first or whatever. Like if you mess around with the formula, it don't work. That's just the way it goes with mathematics. And believe it or not, design involves a lot of mathematics. So now, I'm not that great at math, so don't let that scare you. I'm just telling you scaling is not that hard. It might be a little bit of division or multiplication. So I've got exactly 8 by 10. Now, because I know it's 8 by 10, I'm going to kind of make a grid on here where I mark off exactly using a ruler. I'm looking for the 1-inch marks. Okay, can you guys see that? And I'm going to make a 1 inch, so every 1 inch you're going to draw a line. And again, I'm trying to work fast so that way. So if I'm sloppy, please don't be sloppy. This is just Fitchhorn trying to get through a tutorial before the timer's up. So I'm working super, super quick. I've done this a million times, so hopefully it looks halfway decent. All right, and then also every inch, make a little mark. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. Use your ruler. 5 inch, don't guess. 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, 9 inch. Okay, and then I'm making the grid again. 1, 2, 3. So this should be 10 inches, right? So mathematically, I've got this grid, and it only works on white, thin, cheap. I used printer paper. All right, so there you go. So the best way to do this, and I can't really necessarily show you right now because I'm not near a window, but if you hold up, I can't even show you. If you hold this up to a window, you will be able to see. I wish you guys could see it because when I hold it up to your screen, it's really good. Let me go ahead and turn this back this way so you guys can see it really quick. Hiya. Okay, let's see. Can you guys see if you hold it up to like a window of light that you can see? I swear to you, I promise it might not be working. Hold it up to a window and you'll see your pattern underneath it, and then you're going to trace it. Another thing that might work, let's go ahead and see if Fitchorn can use the window here. So you guys, this is going to be fun. This is why I might have to remake this video somewhere else. The only way that I know how to show you that this is going to work. Do you see it? Does anyone see it? Look at that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, awesome. So trace your pattern, and if it's going to slip on you, have somebody else in your household hold. You can't have any slip. Do not let the white paper slip because then your grid scale won't be right. And this is why you have to keep your design simple and easy to read and no fuss, because tracing a crazy complicated figure ground activity would be horrific right now. So I'm tracing all areas black and white, and then I'll come over there and show you what it's going to end up look like. I'm kind of going fast, so it might be a little sloppy. Please do not go sloppy, do not go fast. It shows in your work, and I'm really particular about this, but here we go. I'm doing the best I can to get this over and done with. All right. So check this out. All right, look at that. Now, each one of these squares we know is an inch, right? Well, guess what? If you look down, the way I plan this, you guys, you should be thankful I pre-planned this for you because I had to figure this all out in graphic design school. As you can see, I had originally wanted to show you guys that if this can divide into 10 1-inch squares going down that way, let me hold my ruler up to your baby square so you can see. This measures exactly 10 1/4-inch. Hold on, where's the, it won't focus, but this measures exactly 10 1/4 inches. 10 of those little tiny marks, if you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's 10. So we know that if you use the 1/4 inch on a ruler, let's see if I can show you. It's that first line is 1/4 inch. If this is an inch right there, then the 1/4 inch is that first tooth, that first little nub. Now, if you have a ruler with like 1/8 inch, don't do 1/8 inch or you're going to screw yourself up. It has to literally be the 1/4 inch mark. So on that note, now you know that when you reduce this down on another piece of paper, get ready. You guys are going to love this. This is their pre-planning. I'm going to measure one out for you so you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I need 8 1/4 inches going across, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, get ready. You're going to give me a second to do all my grid. In fact, here, let's put the camera back down so you guys can see this. That makes more sense. Wah. Wah, wah. Right. Okay, so I again measured, just so you guys know, I measured, oh, here we go. Got 10 1/4 inches this way and 8 going across that way because this was 10 inches going down and 8 inches going across. This is what's called 1/4 scale. 1/4 scale. All right, and then again, if you make your little marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I should have 10 little things this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the bottom line's the 10th. All right, and then let me just grid this off really fast for you guys. I hope I'm being clear as possible. This is all recording. It'll eventually upload to YouTube. Okay, and then I know I'm going to have 8 little cubes going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that one was kind of skinny. She need to eat a little bit more. She's too thin. Ooh, yeah, it's really off. Okay, don't be a fitch horn. Don't look at the size of those cubes. I was just going fast. But my point being, you guys, if you know anything about using a grid, if in the top left corner of my design is that one little tiny, right there, this one little tiny mark, then in the top left corner here, I have to kind of draw that. And then if in the bottom one going down, the line connects down to right almost the edge, then I know I'm going to draw a line close to the edge. And so on and so forth until you reduce this down to the 1/4 inch scale, and then you'll know when you go back to your project, you will have a reference of how you should do this. And even if you want to use the window trick again, if you end up inking this one when you're done with it, and you use the window trick to hold the inked one behind your actual paper, like, let me just show you really quick. I'm a visual learner. I'm sure you guys are visual learners. So give me a second to just, this one's going to be like really super quick. So please don't mock me if it's like nowhere near. Okay, let's just pretend it's as close as possible to the thing. Okay, so I'll probably use a Sharpie to do. So let's pretend I took my time on this, and then, I don't have a Sharpie to do this quickly. All right, so I know that this is my reverse image up this way. I just want you to see through the window how this is gonna look. Okay, pretend it's all Sharpied in, and then obviously this is the reverse where the, oops, I did it wrong. The black of the tree is the reverse, right? There we go. All right, just so you guys can see it through the window, let's pretend that this is a beautiful replica of that and it's all inked in nice. Well, then check this out. Let's go back to the window. Can you guys see the window yet? Oh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Then, look at that. Can you guys see how it comes through? No? Is it too far? If it's too far, okay. If it's too far, I promise you it does work. So let me adjust my camera a little bit because it's way up high over my head. There, much better. So anyways, my point being is that this is, I'm not forcing you guys, hold on, let me let somebody accidentally came out of the room. I am not forcing you guys to do the grid. I am not forcing you guys to do this, but it will totally help you reduce it perfectly down. It takes a little bit of an effort, but then you'll know that you have a perfect reduction, and you'll have to use this skill set in design or art school anyways, because they make you reduce things and blow things up all the time. So I'm going to stop the video now. I'll make a better one if we need to, of where I actually like have pre-prepared ones that I could use as examples so they look a lot tidier. But I think you're smart. I think you guys probably got this. Okay, I'm going to stop the video.